Analysis of sport coaching rap made by the best. We're gonna teach you everything to pass the test. Nikko, Alyssa, and Josh are working on this rap. It's just one whole big recap. A major key we learned was the holistic athlete centered coaching. This taught you why you wanted to coach and how you will be approaching. You've got to have the right culture to attack this style. You have to set proper goals that can bring a smile. Providing feedback is also important. You must give it back in an assortment. Conquest coaching is a method you can use. It's all about if you win or you lose. There are many challenges to this approach. It may make you the best or the worst coach. This can be very negative for your team. Everyone can have decreased motivation, lowering their self-esteem. There are many steps to an athlete's development, trying to make them the best and look elegant. There are 5 stages to this plan. Follow these, it'll make them the best they can. Stage 1 is between the ages of 0 and 12. This is when they try sports and see what they like to do for themselves. Stage 2 is to develop and challenge in their early teens. They are more involved in organized sport and work in teams. Stage 3, you gotta train and compete. You start to develop skills to make you a better athlete. Stage 4 is to excel for high performance at age 15 and above. This is the stage where you find out if sports is their true love. The final stage is to mentor and thrive. This is when you are done playing and you want to give coaching a try. The 5x4 coaching model can help a team succeed. It tells coaches how to do their best and proceed. The coaching assistant is here to help and assist. They have basic knowledge of the game and can make the team A-list. The main guy is the coach. They are responsible for the plan of attack and find the best approach. The advanced senior coach is here to review. They will look over the team's plans and see if there is a miscue. The master head coach is the final one. They oversee and help contribute to make sure everything can be done. When you're a coach, you must give feedback. If you don't, your team will be set back. Task intrinsic feedback is a useful way to help an athlete out. You can show them how to do the movement and what it's all about. Augmented feedback is another way. This is telling them by word how to correct their move and better their day. Dr. Angela Lynn Brown was a guest speaker for our class. She came and talked about her past. She was a head women's basketball coach for many years. She told us what she loved about the game and also some fears. Being a coach has helped her in her life. She learned many skills that can help her in her wild life. She told us coaching isn't about winning. You must make sure that the athletes are having fun from the beginning.
So today I gotta choose my coaching style, and I gotta be stuck with it for a while. So take my time and pick it right, 'cause it's gotta stick with me the rest of my life. Option 1 is submissive, but that's not me. Has little instruction and minimum guidance, lacks confidence and competence. I would get run over like a bull without a fence. Option 2 is command, and that's alright, but in my opinion, it could lead to fights. So it's my way or the highway, and that's a fact, but like with everything, there's a lot of drawbacks. Option 3 is cooperative, and it sounds real nice. The coaches and the athletes will lead a happy life. We all work together and get the job done, and at the end of the day, we'll be number one. The most important thing, no matter what style, is to prove direction, vision, and culture all the while. Let them know the difference between winning and success, and then they'll all will believe that they're the best. Now that's some coaching styles and what comes with them. Now take some notes and get to winning. Now we're going to talk about Harvard and Yale because they are the beginning of the college sports tale. At first, everything was all student ran, but Yale came along and took all the fun. Big Ten was the first conference in 1895, then the early NCAA formed in 1905. Now D1 males get all the love, but there's been some women balling from the skies above. There's been women's sports since the late 1800s, and despite some challenges, they're still off and running. D2 and D3 are there, don't forget. They're a little bit smaller, but real legit. They could hire some more minorities and fix a lot of issues they have. But they've grown, and that's all there is to that. This was my verse, and it's pretty bad, but give me an A, and I won't be sad. Coach Landis came to see the class, and he told us all about how to be first and not last. He came from Kentucky and coached high school. Now he's a coach at GSU. He told us to come to games, and that's the truth, so we can cheer on the Panthers and win and not lose. We did some cool assignments and learned how to coach. We listened to Coach Williams and took some notes. We had a lot of cool speakers. It was a really cool class before coronavirus made us pack. Now we're still learning from our homes and being good coaches till the semester's gone. So now I'm out for real this time, and I don't have to write no more.
Elite coaches need confidence in their knowledge and the ability to apply it so they're effective. Olympic and professional coaches also have to be mindful of the media and its effect on their athletes. Coaches have to be sure they have their players' trust by showing they have their best interest at heart. Coaches learn from past experiences and having mentors. Coaches' jobs are to keep their players focused on what allows them to have the best performance, not just winning. Because athletes are more mature, coaches have to collaborate without being pushovers. Dr. Shapiro was our guest speaker who gave us knowledge. She let us know how many Paralympic sports coaches are able-bodied and did not plan to get into disability sports coaching. There aren't many ways for these coaches to learn, especially for those without experience. The best way for coaches to learn about their athletes is from the athlete's family or caretaker. They have the responsibility of being creative to help athletes push their limits. Coach education is about awards and degrees, while coach development is about informal learning, like practice and reflection. The UK's coaching development process has 8 components. South Africa also has a systematic approach that has phases of development for implementation. New Zealand has a vision with national parameters. Canada model distinguishes between training and certification. There are informal and formal ways to learn, for coaches to learn more. Many coaches want to look to others for help, but they have to have trust. Informal ways to learn can include clinics, experiences, and reading books. Formal ways to learn are more like degrees, coursework, and certifications. It is important to understand that elite athletes doesn't equal a developed coach. Coach learning is driven by the individual. There are many paths to becoming a great coach. Effective coaches have various areas of knowledge and use it to improve their athletes' performance. Coaches learn by collaborating and communicating with other coaches in a community. A coach's title defines their status and responsibilities, not their knowledge or effectiveness. Coaches have professional, inter- and intrapersonal knowledge, and they never stop learning. A coach's behavior has direct and indirect effect on their athletes. Whether it's mentally or physically, their performance is impacted. When coaches evaluate their behavior, it's important they refer back to their coaching philosophy. Only a few practices isn't enough to determine how a coach's behavior affects their players. Forming a bond with athletes is an important aspect, as well as feedback and questioning. Coaching is a complex but rewarding career in which you always learn.